Hello, my name's Adam Stead and you're watching a show with Dave Frank.
Today is a weirdly oddly day, a fuzzily warmly day. Do you feel it? A day when the weekend bees pack up their little bee suitcases with vacuum parts to sell to the dragonflies, but the dragonflies probably won't buy them. There's a recession on and the economists say they spend all their money on entertainment. And it's the day where we make up memories of each other from a long, long time ago. We make up memories and insert each other into them to pimple dot and speckle pop all of that time when we were alone. Do you remember you and I in the courtyard in front of my grandfather's house? You had discovered some moss that had mushroomed up between the cracks of the red rust hexagonal paving stones and you were kicking at it, bowling off little green armadillos while I looked for something flat and sharp and wide so I could bulldoze a section properly. Do you know a game, you asked? And I panicked for a moment until I saw your face all calm and relaxed, and I realized that it was an invitation, not an accusation. The walnuts on the walnut tree were still green, and when I smashed one on the ground, it smelled all pistachioed and lime dusty. I know a game, 2 points if you catch it, 1 if it rolls into the gutter, and -100 if it breaks when it lands. And you threw it high and up onto the roof of the garage where it bounced and bounced on the curved terracotta roofing tiles. I misjudged, I thought it would fall straight, but it caught the lip of the drain and bobalooped right into your hand. And you cheered, and I cheered slightly later, not really knowing what part I was supposed to play, but that felt right. But then you smashed it on the ground and the yellow soft pre-nut inside left a little wet spot on the concrete. -100, you shouted. You said it, not me, and we both liked that game better anyway. Are you starting to remember? Do you remember when I had that pack of firecrackers wrapped in thin red fairy paper and we broke them open and poured the slick silvery powder into the ancient keyhole on the shed door? I did the breaking and you did the pouring. That was decided because you said you knew the trick to it. Even though it didn't seem like much of a trick, it just seemed like you were moving more slowly than I would, but your fingers seemed longer than mine and more purposeful. And for a moment I became aware of how pale I was and how undefined and soft my legs were compared to yours. But when that last firecracker, unbroken, you made sure of that, was wedged inside of the keyhole and you lit it and we ran away from the futzel and the sputter, I was so glad, I was secretly so glad that you were there. Now it's your turn. Make up a memory and leave it in the comments, and then we can read them and take them for ourselves. And now, it being time in the show that someone, namely me, might say something to this effect, I will say Lee Hall will now animate one of your dreams.
So I was in a psychiatrist's office and the psychiatrist asked me if I wanted to be hospitalized for my lack of libido. I said no, I'm not interested in being force medicated for that purpose. Then he asked me what I thought of the Virgin Mary, which was hilarious and confusing to me, and I responded, I don't know. He showed me a picture of a storefront where the old-fashioned swinging store sign was a picture of the Virgin Mary. He asked again, what do you think of the Virgin Mary? And I said, she looks kind of creepy. And he said, and wrote something on his notepad. Then I woke up.
Doing it, but
No, don't.
just see if it works.
No, we're gonna get it right.
I know.
Yeah.
Stuff.
You tap it twice! You tap it 3 times!
Is that what you do?
Yep.
Bye. I.